Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I revamped this wig. It went from blonde to orange. Okay, so this is a wig that I had on my Instagram. I'm about to revamp it because it's fall and I want to use the same wig and get, multiple use out of it. I'm going to be using Shazy Q6NB, which is brandy. I'm going to be using a processing solution. I'm going to use equal amount. Make sure you subscribe below. Subscribe to our channel below. Okay, so you can see I rooted one side already. I wanted to show you one important thing about rooting. Make sure that you are using a really good brush. If you notice this brush right here, you see how it's angled? I prefer to work with an angle brush when I'm doing this so I can get in there and not make so many mistakes, but also notice how it's feathered at the ends. A lot of times when you see people doing root, you may see a line of demarcation. And when I apply mine, I want it to be blended. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you're not putting too much product on the brush. Don't put too much product on the brush. Okay. Then I always start in the back first when I'm doing mine. Right. So I'll part it. Subsections, really thin sections. I'll get really, really close. Even though I've already sprayed it and protected it. Right. You want to do it, brush it on there lightly. And do the other side as well. If you got too much hair, then you may want to take some of that out. But you're going to do it lightly because you don't want to press on it. If you press on it, you're going to create a line of demarcation. It's not going to look natural. Okay? So I'm just going to continue to do that. And then I'll go to the front. I'm not using a lot. Okay? And I'm fanning it out when I do it. If you want to put a little bit more down here, you can, but just stroke it out. All right, here goes some elevator music because y'all know YouTube be tripping about the music. And until I find the right music, this is what y'all gonna listen to because y'all know Auntie do not know what she doing. Okay, so once I get done with the back, then I like to do the front. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna do this middle part. It's just easier for me, and you always gonna find your own little way of doing things, but it's easier for me, especially when I work with these dark root and on this light hair or whatever. I like to do the middle. I'm gonna part it off so you see what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna section it in 4 sections. I'm really gonna be focused on the top middle. Okay, so what I like to do is I part it off. I got 4 little sections right here, right? I'm gonna do my edge first. Okay, remember, don't put a lot on here at one time. And then I'm going to go on here and I'm going to work the root across the front. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go across that whole front real lightly, trying my best not to get it on the lace. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some mesh paper and I'm going to start coloring in the center first. I'm using this so that I could pull that hair forward and I don't have to worry about making a mess. You can purchase these mesh papers online or you can get them from your local beauty supply store. I like to use them for coloring. They're like a substitute reusable piece, just like using foils. But I use it to keep, color from getting on other color and just to keep everything clean. All right, so I have this piece done. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do this piece up here. This middle piece up here. And then I'll do the sides. Okay, so see, that just makes it so much easier. I did the middle, then I did the side. Now I can flip it over on this side. I like to be really neat when I'm working because I don't like for my stuff to be, you know, getting everywhere, especially when it comes to working with these lighter colors. So now I can just maneuver everything over to one side. And then this is the last piece that I have to do. Okay, so it turned out really good. If you look at it, it is really nice. I didn't get the knots or get anything, you know, dark. Now, Redken has really shown out with their demi colors. This is not a new color. The brandy is not, but it is one of the colors that they've added over the years with the Shades EQ line, and I like it, especially putting it directly on blonde. I don't have to worry about it turning green. Like, this is one of your better roots. And if you know hair color, a lot of times you have to put a filler, a warm filler on there to do a brown root. But with this this one right here, you don't have to. So that's why it's my go-to. And it really depends on the person's skin tone, guys. So, you know, if it's if you feel like this would be good for your skin tone, it just depends on the skin tone. Like, I could rock this brandy, you know, by itself. Some people may need a darker brown. Okay, so this hair is pretty long, and I've worn this several times. I've gotten, you know, I feel like I've gotten my wear out of it. It's about 22 inches, maybe 22 inches or whatever. But I feel like I've gotten my wear out of it, and I want to cut it. I'm going to color it. I'm revamping this one. I'm going to color it. But the thing about it is, I don't want to color all of this hair if I'm going to cut it. So I'm just going to cut it first. All right, so I'm gonna try not to cover this up. So now that I figured out like how long I want it to be, now I'm gonna work on everything else. And I'm pretty much just gonna bring it down to the guide, which this is my guide. Make sure you can see through it. That way you know where to cut. That's easy. Just bring it down to the guide and just cut it. Part, all you're gonna do is pull everything down to your guide. Make sure the sections are thin so that you can see your guide. Okay, so when I get to the front, I like to leave my sides so I can try my best to get them even. So what I would normally do is take a piece from each side. Now, I don't mind this bob slanting, it's up to you. But I like to get it as close as possible. So I'll bring it right in the middle. Let me see, I might want it a little shorter. And then I'll cut it together. That way I can ensure that I'm very close with getting them the same on both sides. Then turn it this way. I'm almost there, like smack dab, right? And I do that on both sides. Okay, so now that I have my bob, all I have to do at this point is just bring everything else down to it because it's just simple and basic. It's nothing like major about it. So I'm just gonna bring these two parts down. I'm gonna section them maybe like a ½ inch so I can see my guide, and then that's it. All right, so now my cut is complete all the way around, and I'm ready to color. Hope you enjoyed that. Now make sure you stay tuned for part 2. Make sure you subscribe below. Subscribe below.